Hello and welcome. Today we're re-exploring a powerful theme that runs through the entire Bible: the land as a gift from God. This isn't just about a piece of real estate. It's about our relationship with God, our purpose, and our ultimate destiny. Let us start with a foundational truth from Psalm 24:1. The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it, the world, and all who live in it. This verse changes everything. It tells us that God is the sole, ultimate owner of all creation. So, what does that mean for us? It means our ownership of anything, including land, is temporary and conditional. We're stewards, not absolute owners. Think about it this way: the Bible calls us strangers, and so Leviticus 25:23 puts it plainly: "The land is mine, for you are strangers and sojourners with me." Even when God gave the land of Canaan to Israel, it wasn't a prize they had earned. It was an inheritance given through a covenant relationship, a gift of pure grace. They were living on God's land as His guests. This brings us to our second point. The land is a gift of redemption. When God appeared to Moses in Exodus 3:8, He said, "I have come down to deliver them, and to bring them to a good land." Notice the sequence. God acts first. The land wasn't a reward for Israel's righteousness. It was part of God's rescue plan. They couldn't free themselves from Egypt, and they certainly couldn't conquer Canaan on their own. The land was a physical place that represented a spiritual reality, salvation, and a new life with God. But this incredible gift came with a condition. It wasn't about earning the gift, but about honoring the giver. In Leviticus 20:22, God warns His people to keep His statutes, that the land spew you not out. This is a sobering thought. The same land that had rejected the previous inhabitants for their wickedness would also reject Israel if they followed the same path. The gift of the land required holiness. It was a call to live differently, to reflect the character of the God who had saved them. The pattern is clear. God gives the gift through grace. We possess it through faithfulness, and our loyalty to the covenant determines whether we experience blessing or loss. This also meant the land was a test of faith. Remember the story of the 12 spies in Numbers 13. They all agreed the land was amazing, flowing with milk and honey. But 10 of them saw the giants, not God. They failed the test of faith. They forgot that the God who promised the land was more powerful than any obstacle. The land itself became a mirror reflecting their trust or lack of trusting God's power. Finally, the earthly land always pointed to something greater. The writer of Hebrews tells us that Abraham, the father of faith, lived in the promised land as a stranger in a foreign country, because he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. He understood that the physical land was a token, a down payment for an eternal inheritance. This promise unfolds on multiple levels. It was literal land for Israel. It's a spiritual journey of character transformation for us today. And ultimately, it points to the eschatological hope, the new earth. Ellen White emphasizes this beautifully. The earth was first given to Adam as a gift. Sin caused its forfeiture, but God's plan has always been to restore it. The earthly Canaan was always a symbol of the heavenly Canaan, and the promise of the land is, at its core, a promise of character. Only the obedient, those transformed by God's grace, will enter the final promised land. The grand story of the Bible culminates in the restoration of all things. The redeemed will inherit the new earth, a restored Eden. And this time, we won't be sojourners or tenants. We will be home as rightful heirs with Christ forever. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of God's Word. See you next time.